The progression is enormous, generating buzz through performance. The opposite of dormant, living on top of.
All right, microphones are hot. It's the kids, the boys, the guys,
the men,
the goats, the backcourt. Oh, see what I did there? What's up, man? Episode 4. It's the day after Christmas. I want to talk about the Christmas games. I just want to do a quick episode so y'all can just hear, the young two real quick. No guests. We are the guests. I'm host. Tanel's the guest.
Yeah, interview me. I'm one of the best hoopers ever lived.
No, man. Did
in
you
real life?
I mean, let's start with the obvious. Let's start with LeBron.
What about him?
Yesterday he said he re-hurt the groin. Mm-hmm. They lost to Doc Rivers. It's officially Doc Rivers' house now. It ain't Kawhi house. It ain't LeBron house. It's Doc Rivers' house.
I'm not gonna say that.
He's the only nigga that won a championship in there out of all everybody.
No, he didn't.
Celtics.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah.
No,
it's not his house though.
It's his house now. He the Clippers coach. He done got the most wins in there. He been there for how long? It's his house now.
I'm sure Phil got hell more wins than that to do.
He don't play there no more though. He don't coach there no more. It's Doc's house now.
Okay.
Doc got the most wins.
Whatever. Yeah.
What do you think of the Lakers, man? I don't know.
I really don't know. I don't know. I feel the same way I feel about every LeBron team.
Which is?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how he played. Like, everybody be so upset about LeBron. It's the 17th time, or at least the 10th time. Let's say the first 7 years he had to learn how to be a person and, adjust to being American and shit for the first time.
Right.
But, like, now that since he been in a mode of winning and doing all of this and being who he has become to be, he always just kind of casually mail in. Like, that's the knock on him. Like people love Kobe. They still try to do the Kobe LeBron, even though Kobe retired. Because Kobe you knew he was going to go out there and die and do all this other stuff.
You knew for sure Kobe was going to get a shot up. Like, even like that last play, Kobe not getting the ball knocked out his hands.
Yeah, he not going to play with Patrick Beverly or do no shit or casually like he, you know what I'm saying? And this is the first time we've seen superstars, like I said, treat the NBA like a pickup game that they get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to play in. It's like
I don't think LeBron treats it like a pickup game. I know that mentality. I know that mentality that you're talking about. Yeah. I think that LeBron now we're finally going to get to see like what they say, father time always wins. So like I said, the nagging groin injury. Like now this is 2 years in a row that he's had kind of a similar injury. Mm-hmm. That looks like he's going to miss some time. The team is on a 4-game losing streak. I still don't believe in Anthony Davis, so I don't think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 4-game losing streak. And 2 of them games was, you know what I'm saying, all of the games were winnable except maybe, all of them were winnable.
All of them. They got LeBron AD.
And that's what's interesting about me, too, with LeBron teams. It's like, let's say these last 4 games he lost, every game is just like, we could look back at it and just pick at LeBron for all the shit he could do that he don't do. And that's been his whole career.
That's his whole career.
Everybody just be like, well, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying?
You don't play perfect.
I get it, because even though I love LeBron, it'd be annoying, like, damn, why you just won't go to the basket? Or why won't you just do the obvious play that if I was you, I would do?
Who spoiled us is Michael Jordan spoiled us because Michael Jordan was the best player playing the right way. You know what I'm saying? You can have periods even like Larry Bird wasn't the most athletic player, so it wasn't like he just dominated an entire decade. Or you might even have, like, Kobe didn't always play the right way, so he didn't dominate entirely. You know what I'm saying? During his reign of it, he just scored a lot.
When you say the right way, like,
well, what I'm saying is Michael Jordan was a defensive player of the year a few times. People try to get Michael Jordan the knack that, early on in his career he didn't pass. It wasn't much to pass to, and he could score every time. Mm-hmm. So he was just like, I will score every time. You know what I'm saying?
Which not mad at. That's the point of the game.
That's the point of the game. But that's what you talk about with LeBron.
Yeah, the winning. LeBron does win, but it's like...
But he doesn't play the right way.
And I think it come down to also what we talk about throughout his career. It's just like... He spent the majority of his career playing for somebody who, like, carried themselves in spite of him the entire time and shit. A lot of people don't talk about, like, with the Dan Gilbert situations, like,
and something
so he learned how to just play how he fucking want to play.
And something that we didn't really, mention that's a real thing too is just the fact that, like, Phil Jackson. Like when you talk about
vintage LeBron.
Yeah, when you talk about like Jordan, you have to mention Phil Jackson
and Dean Smith and
Tex Winters.
You know what I'm saying? All these legendary basketball figures who also was with the best nigga at two.
Bro, Tex Winters coached in black and white.
And people act like they don't have no impact on your career, and it's a game. If you have the best preparation, like Tom Brady, if he just was in Jacksonville, he would not be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
People could act like,
because that's something that you're making a good point. Who the coaching staff sets up the workouts, sets up the practice, sets up all these factors that go before we tip off, before the coin flip, before all of that. That's such a big part, and that's why we always laugh. We always talked about Tex Winters. Tex Winters coached at Texas A&M in like the 60s or something super crazy.
Yeah,
like he created the triangle.
I feel like it was before niggas could play basketball.
It was the footage.
It wasn't no niggas in this stuff. Like he was with Adolph Rupp and them. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably was definitely like him and Adolph Rupp were men in the same time period. You know what I'm saying?
He played during Glory Road.
Yeah, like
he played during segregation.
Yeah, like he had to break. Niggas couldn't play and shit. They was, you know what I'm saying? Niggas couldn't swim in the same pool. And then Jordan them finally like, you know, our parents asked the first time, well, okay, we gonna let them be people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah, so it's apple and oranges in real life. You can't compare Michael Jordan and LeBron. You can't compare basketball players in the NBA, especially because just the rules have changed so much. You may kick it, the best basketball comparisons you can maybe do is high school, because even though 15-year-olds do have gotten, you know, more skilled, I would say 15, 16 is pretty 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could throw...
I think we're starting to overstate that, too, from me watching these kids play. Like, they shoot a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of them can shoot better. But more skilled is relative because this is a game. So the entire aspect of playing the game is a skill.
True.
We look at skills only as dribble shooting, this, that, and the third, but like stealing the ball, boxing out, doing all this. Those are also skills that help you within the game. So like, you know, like driving is more than just turning and accelerating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'm seeing is people awareness and they perception of the game and how they look at the game is suffering a lot because we just in this hyper YouTube crossover ass, you know what I'm saying?
And one post
I don't
and
think
one
like high school
life.
basketball. I think high school basketball has suffered. Like from me seeing kids now, like people will get more notoriety. Maybe they get more popular.
Well, I was just saying like you could just potentially compare players. That's all I was saying. Like you could, you know what I mean? But outside of that, I think that you can't compare like college basketball players in the 80s to college basketball players in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I mean, the so much of context of like the NCAA, life, like it's so much like context.
You have to cap it off.
You have to cap it off.
I would say maybe the early 2000s. You could.
Jay Williams and them.
Yeah, because it was still like they wasn't on the phone every day.
It's like you know what I mean? It's like pre-LeBron, post-LeBron. Because like post-LeBron, then you had that swing where everybody came out of high school and they had to literally stop people from coming. Like the NBA was doing such a bad job chasing after that LeBron.
And everything we talking about factors into the last 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, LeBron it's been so good for so long. Like, it's his power.
Yeah. He's the king.
He is just so powerful, but he is human.
Yeah. And
he's been human the whole time.
We really neglect the fact that LeBron is human. Because he plays such at a high level. It's so good.
It's so good, but it's like you said, he don't necessarily play the right way, but his whole thing be playing the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's in the James Harden type of way where it's like, I always got the ball. I'm a great point guard. Yeah, but that's not what point guards do. Point guards don't always have the ball. They do, but they don't.
Yeah, they do, but they don't always have the ball.
Like, giving it up and setting people up.
Yeah, and it's like...
It's the usage rate.
It's the usage rate. And
you shoot 20 times, have 23, even in a bad game.
Because it's like, to me, LeBron has his hands on the ball too much.
So we really analyzed last night, like you said, that he had the ball too much. So sometimes he gets to nutting up and making turnovers. Either y'all gonna let Rondo play or not. Rondo is a better point guard than LeBron. People could be upset.
Period.
I love LeBron.
Period.
But that's his position. LeBron has been being a small forward for 20 years.
Right.
And we rounding. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking high school too, because Lil Drew was the point guard in high school,
right?
So for 20 years,
he's a small forward. Chris Paul just his best friend. That's what everybody want to keep forgetting.
He has the skills. Even before the Chris Paul, he just like we just talked about. LeBron has the skills, but that don't mean that that's like
never had. So by the time what we was talking about yesterday, he never had no grown man to be like, take your punk ass down there, V-cut, get the ball and just lay it up. When you stop fucking playing, just do that every time. He never had nobody, so then he created his own. He was, his
own narrative.
Yeah, he just play how he want to play, and he's still doing it. And he can do that because he the king, just like Kobe.
And that's what makes
Kobe didn't adjust his game.
That's what makes them so polarizing and so good, because it's just like, oh my God, you just could do what you want out here.
And that's what would make me say like something like this that will probably piss some people off, but I don't care.
I mean, that's usually what you say.
Yeah. I just always like giving disclaimers because it's a disclaimer area, time of life and shit. Right. But like Jason Kidd in a vacuum is better than LeBron at basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not 6'9" and the most athletic nigga ever.
And to clarify, what we saying really is like
at playing the game.
Every time down, let's say you have 100 possessions. Mm-hmm. Who's going to make the right play? Who's going to make the most basketball plays? Who's going to be
focused and locked in? That's something LeBron.
100 plays.
LeBron don't be focused. Mm-hmm. What we saw at the end of the game, he hit a couple threes in a row. He shot terrible the whole fucking last week.
Yeah, I don't know if he
this whole week.
If he just was the groin and
it's
he
his
really
birthday,
is hurt.
but he been shooting that bitch bad. But then he had that stretch in the fourth quarter where he hit a few in a row.
Right.
And they called timeout. And now he in the crowd. Let me hear it. Now it's wrestling and shit. Now he the Rock and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear it, LA. Yeah. We finna win. Doing all that shit. Then they come out and get their ass beat the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's all of that. It's all them different factors of just like you said, they don't be locked in. He don't lock in all the time. He not. That's that dog shit you talking about. It's just dog. And he could be.
Everybody don't have it. Everybody don't have it.
He's a lion.
He's a lion. Lions.
I'll pounce on you when you turn around.
Lions are bigger than dogs.
You know what I'm saying?
But they still cats.
They cats.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, and this is us nitpicking the king.
Yeah.
Best player.
Nitpicking.
The best player I've watched for my life, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
By a lot.
By a lot.
And that's why it annoys people, because it's just like, damn,
what if is.
It's like Drake. What if Drake was really doing what he talk about?
What if KD and them just really didn't? We'll never know.
Drake is so good. Talent. But it's all this other shit you see that is annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's so polarized, like you said.
You have to say both sides. You have to. That's otherwise you're not doing a balanced good job. Moving on though. Who else played? Denver and the Pelicans. Bro, first of all, I watched the end of the second half of the Pelicans Denver game with my parents and Jamila, and Michael Porter came in at the end of the game. Right? It's like 50 seconds left. Casually dribbles down. Dribble, man in his face, step back, splash three. BackCourt down the court. He's so bored. I've never seen a basketball player be so good and so bored and not play. I almost like Michael Porter just might quit the NBA because he's like,
I don't get it. Every time he out there, it's just like, damn, this 6'11" cold ass nigga.
He scores.
Maybe he hurt. So I don't know.
They not like
it's a minutes restriction. He don't fit the rotation.
I don't know.
But he better than like the other niggas that be playing. To me, like clearly.
And it's like he not getting no reps, so it's like it's kind of double sided. It's like, well, I'll go with the more experienced player.
It's like they hiding him.
It's like I'll go with the more experienced player, but Michael Porter would never get experience because he never plays.
And they want him because it's like I said, the Columbia connection. Like
Kroenke,
Kroenke's son also played at Mizzou. And you know what I'm saying? They want the dude. It ain't like they don't want him.
Yeah.
I think they taking the pressure on him off of him, just letting him take his time.
Yeah.
He 20.
Yeah. Damn.
So 20 years from now, he could be Vince and be younger than Vince. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is more than anything. It's just like, you fragile, you've been hurt, you are the coldest nigga we've seen, probably. He is the coldest nigga I've seen still, his age. I mean, Luka cold too, obviously.
Yeah, Luka probably the best.
Yeah, Luka probably is the best. But American-wise, like, Trae Young and them not better than. Like, they not that much better than him.
And to me,
situation's different.
Yeah.
Situation's different. Because
that's a good point.
He averaged, like, you talking about high school players, like, I've seen, it's not too many high school players I've seen better than Michael Porter Jr.
I can't really. And I mean, I watch casually. Like, and I watched a lot of that age group particular, because we were in college during some of that point, and like I just out, so we had a lot more free time.
He's the best high school basketball player.
He was the best high school basketball player I saw for sure.
Maybe since LeBron.
We watched him casually win the McDonald's All-American game, and them niggas was playing hard. Like they try to act like they didn't want to win it, and he just was casually like, "I'm better than y'all." And Trae Young really be having 40 in the NBA and shit.
Yeah,
and he just was like, "I'm better at basketball than y'all." Like period. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So. Crazy, but
we gonna see it eventually.
I mean, another thing too, Joker. Joker is.
People thought he took a step back this year.
I don't think Joker took a step back. I just don't think that Joker is mentally tough enough to be the center and be the anchor piece for them to be a championship team.
And he's young as hell too.
He's young as hell. I'm just saying mentally right now. Mm-hmm. He's not. He's still very
and something too,
silly.
People do is like. When they they try to like sensationalize people, it's people who are actively making game plans to not allow them to do certain stuff. So like if your numbers do go down, it's like last year niggas wasn't tripping off of him.
Right. Nobody thought that they could be a number one seed.
Yeah, now he's the main. When you go into Denver, he's the main thing you thinking about now. Whereas before it was just like this is a group of young people who are just coming to Denver. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. Oh, he actually can play. Okay, damn. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody's thinking about that
next
shit.
year, what you gonna do? And that's when you got to separate yourself. When it's like, all right, well, now we got the scouting report.
Yeah, and now what adjustments can you make? And then it comes down to your coaching staff. What adjustments are they making for you? Because they got to know everybody's setting you up for this. So now they think you know what I'm saying? What's our counter? Mm-hmm. And so I just Denver. Everybody thought a lot more highly of them, but. Gary Harris is improved to me a lot. Like
I always was high on Gary Harris.
Yeah, he's stuck in that. Not really an all-star yet, but like very good.
I think Jamal Murray is the problem, and I'm gonna come out and say that. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't like
watching Jamal Murray play basketball.
Like he is hella good, and he a dog and all that. And I've been liking him. You know what I'm saying? So I do like his game. But as a point guard, he under the selfish act too. Like it's about. I don't like point guards that's not selfless, and I guess that's. Because of how I played, maybe I'm biased, but
that's old school.
Yeah, like I like the game being played as it's played, not under the high usage ass. Like it's all about me. Yeah. I don't like that type of basketball.
I don't like the. He's playing for the highlight. Winning basketball. He's playing for the highlight, and he has highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very good, but it's like every play, like you talk about them 100 possessions. Every possession don't be a good possession. And that's the difference.
It's AAU ball.
That's really the difference. It's like, are you going to make the right play every single time?
Something else I want to bring up, because fuck the Nuggets and shit. Nah, nobody cares, for real. But, I mean, I guess Denver care. But I don't,
Shout out to Pawnee.
I don't see no championship coming. If they do, I'll be very surprised.
Pawnee cares about Denver. That's
Shout out to Pawnee. But whatever. So.
Shout out to the Pelicans.
You're making me forget what I was saying. It was a comparison. Man. I think we was just talking about it not too long ago about, was it a point guard comparison?
Talking about NBA?
Yeah. Like the top 5 of the last
decade?
Yeah.
And they were talking about, we were talking about, Steph, Chris Paul, James Harden from that guard spot. Everybody kind of unanimously feels like KD, LeBron, and Kawhi as far as the front court goes. And they were like, who are the better backcourts? And for me, in my all-decade, I would probably go Chris Paul, Steph for my top 5. In the
backcourt.
In the backcourt, Chris Paul and Steph. I mean, I got the right next other them for me would be like James. It's right there.
I mean, I guess technically Kyrie. Kobe maybe. It got just as good of a case as James Harden now.
Right.
Because it's only been like a half of a decade niggas been snapping.
Right.
So, I think he would have to be put up in there. And I haven't always been the biggest Kobe head in the world, but
yeah, I guess people were saying like, who he wasn't necessarily at his best for like.
I mean, he won 2 championships in the last 10 years.
Yeah, nah, he won.
Or he won. Was it 9
10.
the first one? So 10. Well, he's won a championship, Finals MVP.
Yeah, at 10.
Something Steph hasn't done.
True.
Something none of the other niggas that we putting in the haven't done.
I mean,
if we going out the last 10 whole years, and I mean 19, I guess 20 is coming up.
No, 10 to 20, 19. So that's a decade.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, there you go. But he won. He's done that. He's past 60. He's done a lot of shit in
yeah.
11, 12. I feel like he was still going the fuck off enough.
That is a good question. I mean, what years was he hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe didn't play 2 years, basically, in the last...
Yeah, I guess Kobe did get hurt. Maybe play. Was it 12 or 13?
It was both, I think.
So maybe he can't be on it. So maybe he can't
I don't think Kobe... I don't think Kobe
he was the early... He
that.
was the 2000 through 10.
Yeah. Like, I mean, but I think that Kobe could be... If we were making, like, all NBA, I think Kobe is 13 for the decade. Because it's just, like... It's hard for me not to put, like, if I'm not going to put, Kobe in there, then or James in my top 5, then it's hard for me not to put James got to be in my second team for the backcourt. And then, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Basketball is in an interesting spot. The game is good, and people feel like the game is evolving, and it is in a certain way. But I think in some ways it's devolving too.
When you say devolving, like what do you mean? Maybe it's devolving,
like certain position, like you're saying positionless basketball, like that's taking away from the game. Like
I feel like that's fake news. I don't really feel like that's the thing.
It kind of is because people don't be playing. Everybody be trying to play the same way. Like, we really have 7-foot people who only trying to, like, have guard skills and shit. Like, whereas they could just be getting hella good at making layups.
Yeah.
And I don't see nobody doing that. So,
it's
too many 7-footers in the league that can't make jump hooks consistently.
Yeah. For
them to just be 7 feet.
Yeah. That's a good point. Well, with Kobe, he did like win the championship in 10, but then he also
got
hurt
or the
the Olympics.
Yeah,
that's true too. That's in the decade.
Yeah.
Did he play twice in the Olympics? He played in 12 and 16.
I think so.
Yeah, and he got hurt. I want to say like 13, 14, like 12, and like 1 year he played like 6 games. Another year he played like 30 games, and then that last year was his last year, and he still. Not still, but he only played 66 games.
I don't remember what I wanted to talk about. Kyrie Kemba. People feel like Kyrie is like better than Kemba. Why? I mean, he's hit the shot. Don't get me wrong.
I think it's the highlights. I think it's the Kemba has that more traditional game, lets offense kind of come to him. He's not seeking plays as
Kyrie
aggressively.
hasn't played half of his career.
Kyrie has not played a lot of his career.
Like to the point now, I was like, I'm not even on that with bro. But like, I have been real critical of him in the past couple years.
Yeah, but it's like,
I
damn.
done let him, live now a little bit. But
so to me, it's like, is Brooklyn doing this on purpose?
Doing what on purpose?
Not playing them. Are they trying to get a pick? Like what I don't.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they might as well. Ain't no point. This season is they trying to simulate the season.
Yeah.
I feel that. But it's a mixture of both. He be hurt too. If that nigga wanted to play, they wouldn't be like, no. They came out and was letting that nigga play and they was getting their ass whooped. So.
Is Kyrie in your all-decade team?
No.
No? Give me your 6. So here's the backcourt. Give me your 6. Just give me your 6 guards for the decade.
6 guards for the decade.
Because I'm saying first team, second team, third team. But you don't got to say which ones. I'm just saying give me your 6 top guards of the decade.
Man, Jordan Clarkson, the commercial, MIZ. Let's see. Oh, he went back to where his people from and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Paul.
Steph?
Yeah, Steph. You got to put Steph in there.
I feel like you got to go James.
Yeah. I'm just like saying, like, I like it, but it's just like, ain't nobody winning no shit.
I know, you got to, though.
These like, niggas don't be being guards no more. I don't know. Everybody at guard, nobody at guard.
It's like...
I'm not high on Russell Westbrook for real. I like Russell Westbrook.
I'm just not
high, but I guess he would technically...
I would go Dame. I would say Dame.
Yeah, I like Dame. That's a good one.
Dame would be in my top 6. There's no way I'm not putting Dame.
Getting critical. It's like everybody getting to the point of their career where I'm just getting critical.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you should be.
But because it's like, even though Dame been doing good, it's like, all right, now you're not just this young nigga that's showing promise now. Now it's time. So we got to see.
But to me, Dame, they haven't given him this, like, the last 2 years, they haven't given him much of a roster at all. For now, Carmelo to be his second best player, and which would have been his 17th year. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo is like, seeing Carmelo play with Dame reminded me how good Carmelo was.
Yeah, Dame is cold.
I'm just saying how much better.
People defense is in question. That's what I'm thinking about too. Don't nobody be sitting down doing nothing. Don't nobody be playing no D. And that shit is annoying too.
I would say Kemba.
Yeah, I gotta show Kemba love because Kemba got real city guard game, and people, I'm not focused only on the stats, and he be averaging 20-something.
Kemba the all-time leading scorer and assists and steals for Charlotte. That's a real thing.
Kemba be hooping.
That's a real thing.
So yeah, I put Kemba in there. We was talking about the other day, somebody I really like. This might be unpopular, but I like Drew Holiday a lot.
Okay.
A lot of people
didn't play a lot, missed a lot of time.
What, the last 10 years?
Yeah. He missed a lot of time.
This is 12th year, isn't it? 13?
Something 12. Like that. But he had like 3 seasons in there where he just didn't play. He had a few seasons where it was just like he missed a lot of time.
I mean, I got to show Kyle Lowry some love, even though Kyle Lowry always got on my nerves. But like,
yeah,
Kyle Lowry is, because he's showing like Toronto is still good.
It's hard not to make Toronto that other spot good. Kyrie. Because as much as I got bad to say about Kyrie,
I can say good.
And though, he played with LeBron in them 3 years, one of those years he was without LeBron, he was the All-Star MVP, which is a real thing. I think did he win a gold medal too? At 16?
Probably. He probably was one of the younger people on the team.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to, I can't think of nobody else. I'm willing to throw Kyrie in there too.
Yeah.
I'm willing to throw him in there, but like I said, I'm just starting to get to the point where Kyrie's career is just like, just a real good, he's above average, but he's starting to not be like.
Is it over?
I can't say it's over.
But think about it. When I say it's over,
been hyped.
But when I think about it, this is what I'm saying. Think about it. He went to Brooklyn. This is not what they thought.
What's the shit in L.A. everybody like? The burger place.
In and out.
It's like that. It's just like, it don't taste that good.
It ain't
what I'm
saying?
Good. Like,
it ain't that good.
Yeah, niggas like, I guess y'all just in L.A. all the time, yeah.
If you don't got no other options.
But nobody want this non-seasoned ass burger.
Compared to McDonald's.
With these regular ass fries.
Compared to Burger King. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that much.
And it's just sensational. Dude is so entertaining. He's sensational.
Yeah.
He is great. He has greatness in him. But yeah, I think it's overstated. I think he got too hyped.
Yeah.
And then he did some shit to validate the hype.
Yeah. So I would say Steph, Chris Paul, James Harden, and my upper echelon 3. Dame, Kemba, and I would have to say Kyrie.
I got Kyle Lowry and Kyrie kind of in a similar position. No disrespect to nobody.
I don't think that's disrespectful. I personally don't think that's disrespectful at all.
Because Kyle Lowry did was on a real good team for a long time.
Then he went to do that.
Jeff Teague had a good. He tailed off, but Jeff Teague had a good. I never liked Jeff Teague. I mean, he still was hella good. Was like on top teams in the NBA every year for a few years. So I mean, that he had a little. If we talk about the last 10 years too, he had a run where it was just like, we the 1 or 2 seed every year.
Yeah,
we be losing to LeBron.
Yeah, I give that to.
If I would put Kyle Lowry in there,
Yeah.
He was doing that. He was losing to LeBron and beating everybody else.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're leaving anybody out, but
Derrick Rose for a time, you know what I'm saying?
Derrick Rose was on the path. Derrick Rose was definitely on that path. Derrick Rose is the person that would...
Man, that's something too. Like, Derrick Rose is better than Kyrie, bro.
Derrick Rose is better than Kyrie. And that might be controversial to people outside of Chicago, but Derrick Rose is better than Kyrie.
Kyrie don't got no individual awards outside
That is the part of this, the whole point of this podcast.
Was he Rookie of the Year? Probably was. No, he was hurt.
He was.
Okay, he played that year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, Derrick Rose is better than Kyrie.
Kyrie might be the most interesting NBA player.
Dang, no, Derrick Rose is better than Kyrie.
Oh, he was. And Derrick Rose still, he having a better year this year. Shit.
It's true. He is having a better year
Everybody's
this year.
act like Derrick Rose been dead.
Yeah, Kyrie 27. It's like, nah, damn.
It's good. It's getting up there.
Yeah, he was the Rookie of the Year. First team. He's a 6-time All-NBA. He only been All-NBA twice.
How do you feel about North Carolina being hella bad for the first time in our life?
Kyrie only been All-NBA twice.
North Carolina is terrible.
Caleb Love, I mean, he finna go out there and be getting smacked. I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't get how you can always just have 10 top niggas in the country and then be weak still.
Them niggas be weak.
He just be like, whoever I could get that's ranked, come on.
Yeah.
It seems like they not doing no specialized recruiting.
Yeah.
But Cole Anthony got hurt. So that has a lot to do with it, but
yeah,
they wasn't finna do nothing anyway.
They wasn't finna do shit.
College basketball ain't really been hitting this year for
College basketball is a snooze fest. It's a snooze fest because
James Wiseman.
I kind of want to end. I would like to end it on this NCAA talk. You know, LaMelo not playing in NCAA is what's fucking it up. Mm-hmm. Because he's the best young player, period. Because shit, Cole Anthony hurt, and he's not hurt. So even if this was, you know what I'm saying, he would be playing. He's the best young player. We lost James Wiseman this year. And you think about it, you look at all these other young players that's in the NBA and that's doing all these other things. I mean, you know, I watched Ja Morant the other day, too. Ja Morant gave De'Aaron Fox the blues the other day.
De'Aaron Fox back?
Hey. Gave him the blues the other day. And
other people who fast.
De'Aaron gave him, De'Aaron did do this one play where he, Ja was kind of playing with him, and De'Aaron just took the ball. This the league. You know what I'm saying? But so many first, second year players in the NBA right now that are underdeveloped, shouldn't be playing. I even look at a person like Taylor Tucker playing in the G League. Because who wants to play in the NCAA where we're not getting paid, we're making all this money, we're wasting our time, we're not developing, you know what I mean, at the rate that we should be. I think that's something to be stated too, that maybe these colleges need to do a better job of, think about it, if you got the top smartest engineers, you need the top teachers. And you got to have the top computers and all this other stuff where there's a weight room and we going to play couch state and so, and that ain't helping this person. You know what I'm saying? When you really think about what their life is going to be. You know what I mean? It's a new time. It's a new era. You know what I mean? So it's just like NCAA has completely ruined college basketball. The NBA is now for instance, Bronny's not going to play in college. You know what I'm saying? And they the next ones. You know what I mean? As far as that age group and Amari, all of them, they not finna play in college. This is the way it's looking right now. We hardly can. I mean, Zion and them the last one it does that actually play the full season. You know, and it's just
maybe that'll make it better.
What?
That it's done being one of done's, because what it does is it raises it. What you talking about is being let down. You build all these young guys up, and now none of them are playing no more.
None of them playing.
So that's really what it is, where I guess it could go back to just being okay, now that we just going to talk about the regular kids who not professionals as children.
And let them go out there and play and enjoy themselves and really go hoop. Which for me, is just basketball. I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah, it is like the sport is suffering due to sensationalizing. You got these other kids coming up like Imani Bates and Zaytai still ain't committed to nowhere.
You know what I'm saying? That's not by accident.
Yeah.
Zaytai to mess around and go to a prep school for 1 year and then go. Because I feel like Cole Anthony only went to the NCAA just under, kind of his dad act. And just, Greg just probably wanted him to go
and
play.
And it'd be like, why not?
But I'm saying Cole Anthony went to high school an extra year.
No, he didn't. I don't think. He just started.
He started late?
Yeah.
He just went to prep school his last year, not extra year. He went to prep school his last year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like... Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he is hurt. But also,
look at Kenyon Martin and them. Kenyon Martin's son did another year at IMG and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody else went to IMG.
He graduated high school. But I get why niggas doing that. You got to do what's best for each player individually.
And I feel like kind of those prep schools is kind of like a JUCO-like situation to where it's like JUCO might not, the preparation, the equipment, the staff and stuff,
it's not going to be as specialized as IMG could be. So I get Kenyon Martin. It probably was a real smart decision, actually.
Yeah.
But it's not the same, man. But it's just politics. Everybody in there for the paper. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens in a capitalist society, in my opinion. Not to say you shouldn't be trying to get to the money, but we all living in a simulation. And it's like that shit is going to override at the end of the day the purity of everything. Because it's going to be a bottom line, everything you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's the truth about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's annoying is like... It's annoying watching white men act like it's not a bottom line.
Yeah.
And try to be like, well, it's fair and all that shit.
It's fair.
Like,
we want everybody to...
Because the majority of people who play in this game been locked out of this dream that everybody else living in, or this opportunity that everybody else had access to. We've been locked out so long.
Because you think about
it. We're not just going to college for fun.
No.
It's not a tradition.
No.
This is like, damn.
Survival.
Can we be people now in this country?
And it's like, geez Louise, you telling me that these big schools can't afford to pay their best... Let's just say their top 3 athletes, $25,000. I'm not even saying they need to make so-and-so come to college and make $100,000. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying for him hooping and showing up over the year
they
throughout the basketball season. They can't afford to do it because they know once you open up Pandora's box, then it's the truth now. And it's going to have to go
so
all the way
So you got to
up.
deny. Is it cognitive dissonance? Is that the right term? Like, it's like you just gotta like, because that's what being American is.
Yeah.
We just all gotta like lie or get shot in the face. Which one you want to do? Do you want to have your nice shit that we gonna let you have? It's like the veil. You know what I'm saying? Like living behind the veil.
Yeah, the veil.
The veil. You know what I'm saying? It's always got to be that. And if we gonna tell the truth, then it's like, oh well, we're not doing nothing then because everything a lie.
Yeah, it's all based off of that.
You know what I'm saying? So we probably should end it on that before we get killed or something.
Yeah, man. But no, it's the end of the year. You know what I mean? We got a whole 2020 coming up. I'm excited about more BackCourt. But I felt like, let's give people a quick little 40 minutes of just the guys talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We're going to get some more people for y'all. We're going to get some more interesting interviews.
Oh, yeah. All that stuff is always coming.
We cooking up. We catching momentum. We appreciate all the supporters and everybody who been showing love because it is very appreciated, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, we never know how people feel.
Thank you.
So...
Thank you.
We glad we not doing this for nothing.
Yeah. So, it's the BackCourt. Big Esco.
True power.
And Feliz Navidad, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. And stay black, y'all. It's the BackCourt.
Peace.
Peace.